and yesterday, so got my butt handed to me, but it's okay. So I think tonight we just kind of chat on what y'all want to talk about. You know, it does keep you young. It brings you back. It brings me back. That's for sure. No, heads up. Heads up. My bad. Nikki was here and I was talking. I was already running late and I wasn't thinking, so my bad. Yeah, if y'all don't listen to Mellow Will, y'all should. You ever made love to a deity? Everything come to you and it be easily say it is done. I don't need you agree with me. All that I needed was me to believe in me. I sing it first, but you see it always align. It's all in the mind. I follow the signs. It's all in the divine time. It always align. It's all in the mind. I follow the signs. It's all in the divine time. It's a new me in 2023. Discover the secret in 2015. Oh, what's up? I heard, were you the one that was up topic today? Was it you? I was working, but I definitely heard that it has been a little crazy for the past couple nights. Um, Look, I was gonna go live last night, but I look at it this way. Someone did pass. And I feel that we, as people have to find some sort of way to keep things from going the wrong way. And so going live tomorrow or yesterday, I just felt like, she should be able to have her time to grieve, to do whatever was needed. Obviously, I heard that she was live spewing hate and just negativity all last night. So I hate that that's what she used last night for. I can't help how someone grieves. Everybody, she said it herself. Everybody handles grief differently. So I just felt like after reading everybody's comments with things, it just felt like the right thing to do is just not be live, last night and just let it go. Do it. But, she wasn't speaking about Susie. She was talking about Show Me Show. What do we? No, yeah, I was talking about Chauvin last night. I was saying that's why I wasn't live. I'm just waiting for enough people to come in here, and I'll go through and say all the things that everybody is wanting me to talk about. And just kind of see where everybody's minds are at and explain to y'all where my mind's at with this. You know what I mean? So just kind of keep it open and real and, as open as we can with everything, She lost her shit on her number 3 account. Look, out of respect, I just feel like, I just said, you can't, you're going to handle your grief however you want to, so that's not on me. I stayed offline because I felt like that was the necessary thing to do. I don't know why she doesn't. not going to let y'all just go through my head, because my head has obviously got a lot of questions to what Ashley Chauvin's thought process is. So, I went live the other day and tried to address some rumors. I wrote on Reddit how I feel about things as well. See if I can pull that up. For anyone who doesn't have Reddit, this is what I wrote this morning. Let me make this very clear. Susan is doing exactly as she should be doing, taking the advice of her attorney. I know many of you are eager for more answers, but this is what a responsible legal strategy looks like. It's frustrating, yes, but necessary. What's not necessary is the bashing, the finger pointing, and the turning on each other. Things may not be unfolding exactly how you expected, but that doesn't make Susan the enemy. We are supposed to be a team, and the goal hasn't changed to ensure that Ashley Chauvin is held accountable and convicted for her actions. Acting like bullies on the playground does not do anything except help her. So let's get our shit together, regroup, and remember why we started this in the first place. We are stronger together. Now let's act like it. I'm also going to say that there's a lot of people that are involved in this. There are a lot of people that has been hurt by Ashley Chauvin. And so a lot of people are passionate about it. And that's okay. Not everybody is going to have the same opinion. I've talked about this many times. We're going to disagree on things. That's just what happens when you have 1,000 or more people who are involved in one thing. We're going to disagree. What I can't do, and this is for everyone out there, what I can't do is be the spokesperson for each and every person that is having an issue between each other, because that's not my goal. There's gonna be drama that unfolds. We talked about this earlier too, when there's this many people. But I can't referee between it, and I'm not going to. All of the things that happens, if there's a divide between people, if you don't trust me, or they don't trust me, or this person doesn't trust this person, or this person doesn't like this person, that's fine. Don't like them, don't trust them, don't be involved with it, do your own thing, keep going your route. But I cannot get involved with everybody having this opinion and that opinion and expecting me to have an opinion about everything. I just can't. You know what I mean? I've told y'all this time and time again that my goal is to have Ashley Chauvin convicted and charged with her crimes. So, trust me, don't trust me, trust Susan, don't trust Susan, trust Chauvin, don't trust Chauvin. That's neither here nor there for me. The other topic I will talk about is, I know a lot of people read the contempt for Susan and Ashley Chauvin. It's very detailed. I just want the people that can to empathize with the fact that this is a real person who went through these moments. This is someone who now has it in the public eye of their details. that can definitely be traumatic, and that can definitely bring back different types of memories. So be empathetic. Understand that, just like Ashley Chauvin says, everybody handles things differently. So I don't know what more I can say on it besides like the cease and desist. Let me just go ahead and shut everybody down with that. It's not being shown on my platform. Period. It's not mine. So I'm not showing it. You know what I mean? When Susan spoke with her attorney, she took his advice and everything. Everything that he said, she took. And she's doing what she needs to do. So if it's confusing to some, if it's annoying to others, yeah, it's frustrating. But this is not a TV series. This is not a Netflix special. This is real life. This is real people. And if you're not in the forefront, putting up the time and the amount of bullshit that that comes with this, then maybe you should just kind of step back and take a break and realize, like, let me look a little further into it. Let me see what all these people have invested. Not only are we doing this and going live and doing legal battles and keeping the public aware of what's going on and paying our bills and working our jobs, it's a lot, you know? So I'm not going to please everyone. Susan's not going to please everyone. It is what it is. You know, I'm at that point. We have one goal. If you don't have the same goal, it's not going to hurt my feelings if you're not here. If you don't like me, it's not going to hurt my feelings that you're not here. If you're burnt out, it's not going to hurt my feelings that you're not here. So, any questions? What's our... Yeah. Put in perspective. Chauvin only asks for things that she knows is going to get her in serious trouble. I have not got a CMD. I actually haven't checked my mail today either, though. But I have not been served anything. We all know, we all heard when she said the doctor's name. It was loud, proud, and she said it with passion. And she's been asking for that video for months now. So, everything comes to light. Things take time. Be patient. That's what I say. Be patient. With her whole chest. Exactly. So, to try to prove me wrong when everyone heard it is the funniest thing to me. Jen's lying about the doctor video. Okay. And still, yes. So, when it comes to things that she's screaming and babbling and babbling and babbling about, Oh, I know. Because she knows things like that are serious things, that she doesn't take into account, because she just starts like blasting from the mouth when she gets upset. Yo, 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 what up? When she gets mad, she just starts spewing. And there's no thought process before she says them. The words just start to come out. And so by the time she says it and she's moved on to 14 other subjects in that 15-minute span, she's forgotten the first 12 things that she said. And so when you say, oh, well, this is what was said. Well, I didn't say that. Well, here's the clip. You just forgot that you said these things. So, that's why I say a lot of people are like, why did they listen to her? Or why do people still watch her? Well, it's only because if you listen in between those 15-20 minutes of boring sewing talk and her being disgusting and saying the most vulgar sexual things towards people, she throws little hints and little clues. I think she wanted to be a Swiftie. You know how Taylor Swift leaves clues? So that's what Chauvin does. She thinks it's a clue, however, you just give the entire answer. She forgets how to give a clue. So she's like, oh yeah, you know what I did with that money? And then she tells you. So yeah, she forgets, she pops the Easter egg open and she actually gives you the answer. So that's why people watch her. They know that they're going to hear things. When she goes on the poor, pitiful me, they hurt my feelings, they bully me, they talk about all these things, and most of y'all are here every night. We don't talk about those things. She is the only one who I ever hear constantly talking about somebody's mental health or their body figure or their, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think she's her own conscious. And so when she says things, because she's looking in the camera, right? It's her talking to herself. You are a piece of shit. And you are the reason that I can't do these things. And blah, blah, blah. And, and she starts talking and she's like, and did you see when they did this? And it's literally, she's talking to herself. And she's telling herself these things, but she's saying, it's a weird Twilight Zone type of shit that I feel like I've been in for the past year. She showed money in an account saying that it was that's all that was given. Cool. Show it in court. We're going to court now, right? So, show it in court. She's at 170. Come on. Let's be real. Let's be real here. Let's be real. Has it really been over 400 days? Girl, I don't know how many days it's been. I can't even keep up with days anymore. Well, we have video, or not video, but just her messages right here where she said she had raised 10 grand here, and so yeah, it was a little bit more than 200. And then having the receipts from everybody, doesn't really bode well in her favor. I haven't been on in about a month. Catch me up. Girl, it's been insane. I don't even know how to catch you up. Donations for a necklace was misspoken. It was not a donation. Huh? I don't know what that means. Why would anyone start to believe what she says now? She did Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. Yeah, she had friends and family. Had them put everything in friends and family. says she didn't want to pay taxes, but do y'all not remember last year when she said she 100% paid taxes on every single bit of that money because it was income? Do y'all remember that? She was in my live. She was in the box. Y'all remember when she said that? Crazy how she didn't want to pay taxes, but just last year she paid taxes on every bit of it. Weird. Isn't that fucking crazy? That's what I mean by she says shit that is a complete lie. And you catch her in it if you just pay attention. I earned all that money and I filed them on my income taxes because I earned that money a year later. I never spent that money. I put that money in this account so I wouldn't have to pay taxes on it. However, it was not in that account when I was in court. Because we're dummies. That's the word she said. Dummies. Y'all got that? Did y'all catch up with that? Where we at? What part of that made sense? You know, it did make sense. When I read that and it said that every time that she did a donation or she did big things like that, the raffles, she went to Florida. Or she went on a cruise. Or she was at a VIP experience. That is interesting. And guess what? She was on social media every single time, putting pictures and videos of all those excursions. But it's crazy because you didn't spend any of that money, right? Because it's been an account. But not an account while you were at court, but in an account the entire time so you didn't have to pay taxes on it. But you paid taxes on it because it was an income. Cool. Is it adding up? Are people gathering what I'm putting down here? Love you too, boo. Ain't it crazy? Ain't it crazy when she was talking about, I think we got the messages on when they were talking about when she was buying the house. And she said that she only needed like $20,000 more because she didn't want to take a mortgage out. She didn't want to take a loan out for that house. And it was kind of crazy because all she put down was $7,500 for that down payment. So if you only need $20,000, why did you finance $100 and something thousand? Why didn't you put all that money in that? Talk about the font. Let's talk about how you said that a church needed $40,000. The church that you grew up in needed $40,000 and that you were opening a Patreon account and all that money was going to go towards a font for that Catholic church. And guess what? That was a lie. But you know what wasn't a lie? The money you got from the Patreon. That wasn't a lie. Those people who subscribed to you because they thought it was going towards a religious font. So when you don't use your child to financially gain, you start to use religion to financially gain. The same way that she does on live. When one week she's an atheist, but the next week when someone's on live and they need a little bit of faith, all of a sudden she's a devout Christian. And then she's a witch. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm the conspiracy theorist here. Is it just me? Am I the only one? Because, I mean, I've been sitting here for a couple of days now having to just debate on why I've got hundreds of messages questioning the things that's happened and stating that, oh, maybe there's a divide. Guys, look who we're dealing with. Look who we're dealing with. So I don't really know. I mean, I'm not planning to do a super long live tonight. I really kind of wanted to answer questions. I want to continue to stop letting rumors get spread of a bunch of bullshit. I want people to remember who we are and the reason that we got started. Because of, like, the reason this started is because of sympathy and empathy of what she was doing to other people, to what she was doing for her to her child who had passed away, what she's doing now. You know, that's why we got involved with this. You know what I mean? It's not some petty little argument that happened. She did these things. We've got it from her mouth. I've gotten messages galore. Galore. Oh, yeah, true. I'm not going to be live every night, which I haven't been coming live every night. You know, I take time to just do my thing. The main thing is we started this off going live, you know, for a lot of hours to build a community. Excuse me. To build a community to make sure that this spreads. That's the only way for this to have a conclusion. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. You have to have things in the public eye. I've said that since, you know, October, November, since last year. We have definitely had a lot of success in the things that are happening, and we will continue to succeed because we are doing everything the legal way. So there's going to be hiccups. There's going to be things that just doesn't make sense, you know? And there's going to be things that I will not be able to explain in that moment. But everything comes to light. Everything eventually comes out. That's all I can say, you know? And yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to continue to be live. You know, we're still going to do this. I might come up with a schedule. I might start doing it, you know, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays or something. We'll figure something out. But awareness is going to continue. We're not going to stop with that. We still have things going on, as everybody knows. So she has a change of venue. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, look, Chauvin felt like she won, and that's why she's been riding on a high horse, you know, for a few days now. That's okay. I mean, bank robbers, you know, can get away with it for a week or so. Eventually, you know, that rush wears off and you get called. So you let her. I did not get a C&D. You let her ride that high horse. You let her feel like she has won. You let her continue to show what type of person she is. It unfortunately sucks because she is going to continue to hurt people in the process. Um, um, but we can't stop her until they stop her. Sooner or later, her connections aren't gonna. Yeah. Sooner or later, everything works out. You know, it takes time. So. It's on Cardi B. I think 3 should block me on her man. Oh, is she still alive? Wonder why she has so many lawyers. My opinion is because they see the person she is and they're like, after that, they're like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done with this. Oh, thanks. Oh, yeah, we definitely need to get back into some true crime stuff. All the freaking crazy Diddy shit. How is your mental health? Are you doing okay? Yes. My mental health is good. I'm doing okay. I'm, y'all know I have anxiety anyway, right? Y'all know that I have that. So I've been on Prozac and Ativan. I hardly ever have to take my Ativan, so that's a good thing. That's only if I have like a panic attack, which rarely have anymore. So I've worked really hard on mental health for years now. So I think I'm probably at one of the best spaces that I've been. I know how to handle things when I get stressed out. I know how to release that and not allow that to affect my daily life. And so that, I think that is what has helped. Now, y'all see me. I'm very emotional about things. So y'all see me cry or things like that. But back in the day, like before I would just let it out, I would just hold things in. And so then I would just get to a point that I would explode, which would then cause panic attacks and stuff like that. So now I'm just like, yeah, let that shit out. Feel it when you feel it. Like, allow yourself to feel those feelings because they're valid. Even if they're wrong, they're valid because you feel them. So allow yourself to feel those feelings. Get through them. Cry. Yell. Whatever you have to do. And then after you do that, you make the choice to stay in a mindset of either positivity or negativity. I can take those 5 or 10 minutes, let myself stress the fuck out, cry about it, think about it, and then I have to say, all right, it's time to get your shit together. How do I fix this? What do I need to do? How am I going to, get myself back? And so I've just learned to work on myself doing that. And that's why my wife gets irritated with me sometimes because I'm always like, you make a choice. And she was like, I know, to be positive or negative. I know, I make a choice. But, I mean, you do. You make that choice to be an asshole. You make that choice to compliment. It's up to you on how people's days are. If you go around somebody and you mean mug them, you're probably not going to keep them in a good mood. So, I look at it that way. If I get to work and I'm in a bad mood, then all of those people around me are going to feel that bad mood. And the tension is going to suck. And that was caused by me. But if I shake that shit off before I walk in that door, and I come in with a positive mindset and say, that shit sucked earlier. However, everything's about to change around for me because I'm lucky as hell. And I walk in there and I tell people, we're going to have a great day. Today is going to be freaking awesome. You know what? Everybody's mindset, it changes instantly. And they're like, yeah, we're going to have yeah, that's right. That's right. We're going to do it. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's just you that will change an entire room, So, being the boss. Oh, yeah, right? She can read them. Exactly. And that's true too. It's people you surround yourself with, man. If you surround yourself with people who are negative all the time, you gotta look at it like this. Like, people pretend like they want you to succeed when you're down there helping them at their lowest. But when you start succeeding, these people ain't got your back no more, because they only wanted to see you at your lowest with them. They wanted you to stay on that level. And so when you start climbing those stairs, when you start getting a little bit, wiser, and say, wait a minute, I can't be like this, that negativity starts to drop. Well, these friends down here, they don't have your back anymore. They're telling you that you're changing. You're not the same. Well, no, I grew. That's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you got to leave people behind. And that's the hard part. But you have a different group of people surround you when you have a positive mindset. When people come up around you negative, they can't pull you down like they used to could do. And that's the problem with the people that were down here. They want to keep you at that lower level. They want you depressed. They want you to call them when you have a problem. They want to be the one that builds you up because it makes them feel better. But they don't want to grow, and they don't want you to grow either. They want you to sit right there and talk about how horrible life is and how everybody else gets things and it's unfair. You know what I mean? So, ugh, it's back. Ugh. Yeah, Debbie Downers, man. I can't stand people like that. Like, just don't come in with a bad mood. But I'm the type, I try to keep people in a good mood. There was this one guy when I was nursing, and he would come in, and I was getting all his vitals and everything, and they were like, "Oh God, you got him today. Like, he's so mean." And I worked in internal medicine, so these are he was probably in his 70s, and he was a grouchy ass man. But he got on the scale, and I would have people take their shoes off, get on the scale, and he was like, "Did you clean the scale?" And I was like, "Well, I actually infused it with MRSA before you got here just for you." And he thought that was the funniest thing. And he was like, "Ha ha ha ha." And me and him, like, that right there, because I joked back with him instead of getting offended that he was offended. I just made a little joke back with him and laughed. And he, at that moment, was like, "Oh, okay, she's cool. Like, she's not going to treat me like these other people." And so we would laugh and cut up and everything, and the other nurses would be like, "How do you get him to talk to you like that?" And I was like, "I don't know, I just talk shit to him. Like, I treat him like I would anybody, like I just joke with him." And that's all he wanted. He wanted somebody to just be real with him. And plus he was OCD. He just wanted you to wash your hands. He wasn't asking for a lot. He was just OCD about things. Right, some of the meanest, grumpiest patients are some of the most amazing, sweetest people you'll ever meet, and they just have like this brick wall built up around them, and once you kind of chisel it down a little bit, like, they're actually really good people. Right, like, that's what I tell people, man. When I was in there, I would tell people all the time, I would be like, if you're here for a paycheck, you're here for the wrong reason. Like, you really, like, just treat everyone like your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your cousin, because that's how you would treat it. If my family calls me, I'm going to try to get them in. So if your family calls me, I should try to do the exact same thing I'm going to do for my mama or my brother or my sister or the doctor's brother, and people... They're like, "Oh, well, it's just such and such." Well, such and such has this problem and they don't feel good. So it's not up to you whether or not to just put them down for the spot, So, I don't know. The medical field just got so businessy. It got on my nerves. It used to be fun. You used to be able to, like, interact with your patients and actually, like, have some rapport with them. But most places are owned by hospitals and shit now, and so you can't. You don't have time. What up, Cheech? Were you able to listen to that? I haven't yet. Freeze frame. I knew there was a podcast that I was supposed to listen to. Now it's all numbers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got the doctor has to see this amount of patients a day, and if they don't see this amount of patients, then they dock the doctor's pay, and you can only spend this amount of time with these types of appointments, and you can't spend over this amount of time. Even though there might be something going on, that emergency doesn't matter to the board members who don't have their medical doctorate, who doesn't have anything in healthcare, who bought a fucking hospital and only has a fucking business degree and is just making money. Those are the people who runs the medical facilities now. If you see it saying that it's owned by a hospital, it's owned by a board. It's owned by a board. And a bunch of those people are not anything to do with medical. And they try to come up with rules on what medical people should do. And so doctors can't be doctors, nurses can't be nurses. That, you know what I mean? Like, it's insane. And people are mad at the doctors and the staff and all that, and they don't realize there is nothing you can do because those people have the money and they buy you out even if you don't want to sell. There's nothing you can do. They're coming to buy you. Oh, yeah. Well, I've worked for all the doctors who aren't owned by hospitals, and every one of them end up eventually getting owned by a hospital, even though they're like, I'm not selling. There's nothing you can do. Like, they're bullies. Yeah, Atrium or Novant. Exactly. So, I mean, that's what happens. You got them, they're bullies, they have money, and they're going to make sure you sell to them. You can only fight them for so long. So, it just got bad, you know? It's not... I used to enjoy going to work and, like, getting to spend time with, like, my patients and talk to them. Because if you work in, like, internal medicine or pediatrics, I worked in both of them, you definitely get to know your patients. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are family to you. They call you every day. You're on the phone with them or they're at the office. You know what I mean? So, I enjoyed it. I loved working with them. But I hate the medical field. So, well, I don't hate the field. I just hate how you just can't fight for the patients like that anymore, you know? They just bought out our hospital and paid. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's crazy. I like, every time I turn around, I'm like, dang, that just got bought out by Atrium. Oh, that just got bought out by Novant. Oh, they're building another medical park for Atrium. Like, my gosh, it's everywhere, you know? So, if your insurance doesn't go for this one, you better hope it goes for the other one, or you're done for. Yep, it's a business, unfortunately. Well, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a business. That's the thing, but it has become one. Oshner, yeah, I've heard of them too. That's the one in, is that Mississippi or Louisiana? Louisiana. The dental field. I go every 6 months and get my teeth cleaned. And I think I told y'all this story. I had one cavity, a little baby, little tiny cavity back there. And every time that I went there, he'd be like, all right, we need to set you up an appointment for you to get that cavity filled. And I'd be like, look, if you don't fix the cavity when I'm here getting my teeth cleaned, I'm not going to come back, because the shot scares me and the gas scares me. I have panic, anxiety, panic attacks at the dentist if you numb me. Like, I don't know what my brain thinks, but it thinks that I'm in trouble. So he made the appointment. I didn't show. But they also made my 6-month appointment follow-up. So I showed up to my 6-month follow-up. And he came in there again. He was like, well, the cavity hasn't gotten any bigger, but we need to get you scheduled. I told him again. This went on for like 3 years. Okay? I go every 6 months. I get my teeth cleaned. We do our little once-a-year x-ray, all that stuff. And every time he would say, all right, let's schedule you. And I would tell him. And I would always no-show to that appointment because I'm not going to go. Well, this sucker finally got me at my my last one that I went to, and he decided we were going to do it that day. And sure enough, I had a panic attack right there in that chair. And he laughed at me. This man laughed at me, which I still love him, but he still laughed at me. He gave me the Novocaine shot, a couple of them. And then he brought me some water because I don't like when my throat goes numb. So he brought me some water, and I would because this side of my mouth was numb, but this side wasn't, I would take the sip over here and turn my head. I don't know why I would do it, but he thought it was the funniest thing. And yeah. So don't get a cavity if you have panic, because then they're gonna do all that fun shit to you. I found a dentist that doesn't make me have panic attacks. But everybody says to do the gas. I've never done that. I've only done the Novocaine, where they give you the shots. I hate that. Ugh, I hate it. I know. I've never had one that offered the gas, and that kind of scares me too. I feel like you're trying to put me to sleep or something, and that freaks me out. I like to be in control, and so you said, see, so some say the gas is nice, the gas is worthless. Well, which one is it? The gas is worse. I have to have the gas. They do laser. They won't give me gas, PTSD. Yeah, see, I think it would increase my anxiety. That's how I feel. I don't think it would work for me. I have gas and shots? No. You ain't gonna do both. I don't know. I'm weird with shots because I'm the type of person, you put something inside of me, what if I'm allergic to it? And then I can't get it out of me because you literally just put it in me. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't like things like that. I have to deal with not going into a panic attack every time that I get in the dentist chair. I can't stand the sounds. I don't like the suction thing. I don't like any of it, but I have to, Well, then I ain't gonna get the gas if I gotta do both. Everything was white. I couldn't see. Oh, man, see, yeah, no. I'd be like, Look, I don't I got my ovary taken out. God, I think I was, 29. God, so it was 10 years ago. So I got my ovary taken out. And they, I don't even like pain pills, like oxycodone or none of that stuff. They sent me home with that. I took one, I did not enjoy how I felt, and that was it. Like, I was just like, you can give me ibuprofen, and I took ibuprofen and Tylenol after that. I don't like to feel uncomfortable. Do y'all smoke? Real question. Smoke what? Safety meetings? Shit. They give me sleepy meds when I get an MRI. Yeah, I don't like pain either. Mm-mm. Look, yeah, I watched Extreme Cheapskates, and one of those people was using butter as a toothbrush, as toothpaste, bro. Butter. Butter. The fuck? Never smoked a safety meeting. However, I think the gas. Oh, so is it like a safety meeting? Safety meetings don't do nothing weird to me. They just fix my ADD. Wait, what show? See, this is why I can't sit here and read comments like other creators. Because y'all be having a couple different conversations, and then I have FOMO by not knowing what the hell y'all are talking about. They don't need that. No, they weren't doing oil pulling. They made their own butter, and that's what they used as toothpaste. Yeah, FOMO. 1000%. Because I want to know what y'all talking about too. I can't keep up. Y'all know who I am. Y'all been hanging out with me for fucking a year now. Y'all know I am ADD as fuck. Most of the time I just be talking, and I don't even look at the comments anymore because I get confused. You have to. Oh, that show, bitch. Duh, you talking about Extreme Cheap? I'm so stupid sometimes. I swear. I knew that we was talking about that show too. I'm about to go watch Animal Kingdom. Okay, I'm on season 5. You fell out the room. I'm gonna do my song. The haven't been to church since I don't remember when. Any questions? Things were going great. Episode 4. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with it. So I listened to the preacher as he told me what to do. He said you can't go hating others who have done wrong to you. Sometimes we get it easier that way. We must not condemn. Let the good Lord do his job. You just pray for them. Jaren and the Long Road to Love. Stars, I pray all your dreams never come true. Just know wherever you are, children, I pray for you. And you watch Queen of the South. Ooh, what's that on? Okay, for those that have just started watching Netflix. For those of you that have started watching Animal Kingdom or have already watched Animal Kingdom, did you see the TikTok video from Pope? Where he said, thank you for putting Animal Kingdom in the top 10 all through June, and it's still in the top 10 for July, who wants a season 7? So, they said they weren't going to do a season 7, but I think because Netflix has had it in the top 10, if they can get the cast to agree, the rest of them, because Pope straight up said, and under his real account, are y'all ready for, or who's ready for a season 7? So, I'm praying that they come back with a season 7 or they do some sort of spinoff, but we'll see. Like I said, I haven't finished the show yet. I'm still on season 5. I think we're on episode 3 or 4. So we still got we have season 5 and 6 to watch, but I'm so excited. What's his real name? You can look him up on, hold on, I'll find it real quick. What's his name? Sean Hennessy.
Well, I have been away for far too long, but still the TikTok grows. And I don't know what's going on here. This is unexpected, like I said before. But it is worth celebrating the stone cold fact that Animal Kingdom still remains in the top 10 all of June. Now we're heading into July. We're still in the top 10. So just thank you. And one last thing, one last question. Do you want a season 7? Yes or no? Simple. Let's make some noise. Okay, bye. Bye.
So, I'm hoping that leads to a season 7. That would make me happy, but we'll see what happens. What's up? How you doing? Let's see, how's it play on? Maybe, I'm not sure. But anyways, if we don't have any other questions, I am going to go watch some Animal Kingdom. Tomorrow's Friday, so we'll definitely be live tomorrow. I don't know what we'll talk about, but we'll be live tomorrow. So, y'all enjoy it. Y'all have a wonderful Friday. Remember, it's your choice whether you're in a good mood or a bad mood. So, don't let negativity ruin your life. Have a good day, guys.